Hey Grace fam, so today we're going to be going over the blue belt form, Jun-Gun. This is going to be an instructional video, so we're going to be walking through the details and going step by step. So the first thing you're going to do is a Jun-Gi, just like Wanyo, but this time instead of up by your mouth, it is going to be down by your chest, and you're holding with the force again, shoulders up straight, feet together, knees bent just a little bit. From here, this is our first new stance for blue belt. We're going to pivot into what's called a cat stance. Okay, so this is exactly like a back stance because our back foot is this way, our front toes are this way. However, there's barely any weight on this front foot at all. And this is because when we hit our next move, we're going to be doing a front kick. Okay, so we need our weight off of this leg to be able to front kick. So from here, this foot doesn't move. We're going to chamber for our inverted bridge hand. That means the hand that's going to be doing that bridge hand is going to start on the bottom, but angled. So it's going to be kind of like when we do our inside-outside block. Angle it a little bit, pivot that left foot out, and block. Making sure your thumb on this one is tucked in, right? Because we're hitting on this side of the hand, so we don't want that thumb sticking out, or we'll be hitting with that thumb. From here, this is why it's important to have all the weight on this leg when throwing a front kick. If you try to throw your front kick from here, you can do it, but it's a lot trickier because your balance is displaced over a larger area versus all of it already being shifted, your midline over your right leg, and you may be able to do your front kick. So, inverted bridge hand, front kick, land, step forward into a back stance, inverted palm heel. For this one, I've been seeing this a lot when we're learning. A lot of students are trying to reach out really, really far with this one. Some are meeting with their knuckles. It's a palm heel, so make sure you're hitting with the palm of your hand. You don't have to have your fingers bent. I do because it's easier for me to pull my wrist back with that. But you also want this arm bent a little bit. It does not need to be straight. It can be bent. It's fine if it's straight, but make sure that it's not here like a punch. It's low. From here, we'll switch the direction. Bottom hand is here for that bridge. We're pivoting into our cat stance again. Front kick, step, inverted palm heel. Now our front foot is going to the front into a back stance, double pseudo. From here, shift into a front stance. So your front foot is going to slide over. Do not slide your back foot over. That is incorrect. When we adjust, it is going to be with your front foot. So from here, foot slides over, upward elbow. For this, a lot of people think about tucking their elbow here, and you're making more of a chicken wing. We don't want that. That's for our regular forearm. For an upward forearm, it needs to be going in this direction. I want you to think about patting yourself on the back, but make sure you keep your fist. So you're going up and over, like you're going to pat yourself on the back. From here, stepping forward, double pseudo in a back stance, shift, upward elbow. We're going to go to our twin high punch. For this, both hands start at your belt. They're going to come up, punch high. Now we're going to go low to our twin low punch. This one's aiming at the kidneys. This one's temple, next one's kidneys. Go down to your belt before you step. As your back foot comes up, we're coming up, and you're rotating in as you land. So notice to get that pop, my hands turn out, my forearms turn down, and then they turn back in at the end. So we're here, hips, step, turn, okay? From here, two-step turn, you're going right foot over, left foot over, hands to your belt, pivot, upward X block. Now, we're going to the left, shift your left foot to the left into a back stance, back fist. From here, someone has grabbed your back fist, jerk back, shift, reverse punch. Now we're going in the other direction. Back fist, pull back, reverse punch. Next move, we're reaching back. We're going to go into our twin block. Yes. Slide your feet together. Reach, double block. Block, shift into a back stance, jab from your back stance. From here, back leg comes around, side kick, land in the front stance, double block. Shift to back stance, around, side kick, land, double outer forearm. Our double outer forearm is like our double pseudo, but with fists. Here's where it gets funky. I'm going to switch to show you this part. for in a minute. Shift into a front stance again. Your front hand goes low by your knee. Your other hand goes up like you're holding a cup. This is a tension move. You're going to tension, step forward, double outer forearm, shift, tension. We're going to what's called a military, right here. And then we're going to come both hands to belt, pole block, okay, in a back stance. Our pole block is like you're blocking a bow staff. So both hands are in C's. They have C shapes. And they need to be stacked so that if someone was to hit you with a bow staff, because that happens very frequently, you're able to block. From here, come right to the other side, pole block. And that is Jun-Gun. Now I'm going to back it up to right when we go to our upward X block. From here. And this is after we do our first yell, we turn, boom, we're right here in our upward X. Step to the left, back fist in a back stance, pull back, reverse punch, shifting to a front stance. You'll notice a major theme in this form is shifting from back stance to front stance. So get very, very comfortable with being able to change stances. This form is very footwork heavy. From our reverse punch, feet together, back fist, pull back, reverse punch. Hands together, stepping into that double block in a front stance. We're now going to our jab in a back stance. Side kick, boom, land, double block in a front stance. Shift punch. We're coming up, side kick, land, back stance this time in our double out forearm block. This is the funky move. And y'all know how much I like to explain moves and the purpose. And currently, this is the one move in all of Taekwondo that I cannot explain right now. So we're just going to say this one is to practice our focus and technique and tension. So, because forms, that is the goal, is not to go out and necessarily fight using our form, but it's to practice our discipline, self-control, and sharpen our technique. So, from here, I'm shifting to a front stance. My front hand goes to my front leg. Think about petting a dog. You're petting the dog. Your opposite hand comes up like you're holding a cup. From here, you're doing a 5-second tension. Just like when you gulp and you did the tension, you're doing a tension here. Your hands will come to the middle where they're facing each other like you're going to clap, and then you're going to break. So they're switching. You're switching hands here. Step forward, double out forearm back stance, shift over, front hand, pet the dog, back hand, hold the cup. Keep the cup away from the dog, okay? Switch, 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 break. Now from here, we go to that military, coming around, and we're facing the way that we're going to do our first pull block. Come back to the left hip, pull block in a back stance. So your right hip, feet slide together, pull block. And that's your last move in this form. So for this form, I know I always strongly encourage that you go really, really slow in all of these forms, but especially for this one, it's very technical in the front half and really the second half on your footwork. Not only in being able to hit that cant stance, but being able to shift weight, to be able to kick, step, back stance, then going to where you're shifting from back stance to front stance to back stance. So really focus on being able to do that, as well as timing your moves with it. You don't want to be going to your downward punch from here, and you're already stepped, and you still haven't landed your punch. It's very crucial that your hands time with your feet. I cannot stress that enough. When your foot lands, your strike should land every time. So make sure to pay attention to the cues, especially for that downward punch that I gave. When we're here, belt before step, foot lifts off, foot lands as you strike. Okay, very important. Go so slow when working on this, okay? I'm gonna be releasing the full version of the form with no tutorial. And if you have any questions, let me know in class. Practice, practice, practice. It is crucial to your success and how quickly you move up the more you practice when you're not in the studio and when you first get to the studio, okay? Because that's building muscle memory, you're developing your technique, and that is how you get better. Without practice, you're not gonna get better, okay? So practice, practice, practice. I'll see y'all in class. Bye.